anybody can identify as trans. You can identify as a giraffe or a dog.
Yeah.
But being a trans person is something completely different. Like I, as a trans woman, could never identify as a female, but yet I am definitely all the woman I've ever wanted to be.
But the biggest illusion is gender, right? There is no gender when we leave these bodies, right? There's no orientation. There's no religion. There's none of that in heaven.
So to all of the youth trans out there, and to even the adults out there who are prolonging their transition because they're worried about what people may say or think, or if people may understand, sweetie, nobody has to understand you but you and God.
That's good.
Themselves. Finding yourself has nothing to do with being trans.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people who are born and comfortable in the bodies that they were born in and still are lost.
Yeah. Now, what is the connection with the bird with you all?
What is the connection with who?
Like, it's like he's showing me a bird.
The bird is what they used to call me bird.
I was going to ask you if that, and I believe that the medium gets to demonstrate and show that when we leave these physical bodies, there is eternal life.
I have been with trans men.
Okay.
I went on a date with a trans woman. I have been with homosexual men, straight men. I've even had a moment with a girl.
But stop funding your own oppression.
Oh, this is going to be good, baby.
Yeah.
I do want everyone to take their time and to click the link in my bio, but Black Butterfly Rising is available on Amazon, on all streaming platforms. You can go click on there, get your copy. You guys,
so exciting. I want to know, like, what's the biggest misconception that people have about you?
I think one of the biggest misconceptions that people have about me is that
several times before. It ain't a lot of girls that can stand next to her. When she walks in the room, say honey. When she's right in front of you, say honey. Won't you bow to the queen? Say honey. When she walks up to the scene, say honey. Oh yeah. Go off, mother. Say honey. Respect a queen when you see one.
Hello, everyone. It is your girl, Cherry the Boom. We are here with another lovely episode of Cherry on Top podcast. How have you guys been this week? OMG. I do want to give a special shout out to my sister, Mariah Moore. She had competed in this week's NBA pageantry system and she got first runner up, but I just want to send a special shout out to my girl to say, girl, congratulations, you did your big one. And it's always good to see women like yourself just going for it, just diving in and doing whatever your heart's desire. So shout out to my sister Mariah. You guys, happy Monday. Are you motivated? Huh? All of y'all sitting there in the comments, how are y'all doing today? I am just so excited. This episode is going to be very deep. It is going to be very awakening, okay? We have a special guest today. But before I bring in the special guest, y'all know I'm all about energy. I'm all about just truth, inspiring the people, motivating the people. And every episode must be started off with a scripture and some motivation. And today's reading is Teaching God's Timing When Life Feels Late, okay? It's hard to stay patient when things feel delayed, when prayers seem unanswered, and when life is not moving at the pace we hoped for. We live in a world that pushes speed, but God often works in seasons that require waiting. What feels late to you is never too late to Him. In the waiting, He is reshaping you, He is reshaping your heart, He's strengthening your faith, and He's preparing what's ahead of you in ways you cannot see yet. Trust that His timing is not careless or random. It is intentional and good. Instead of rushing ahead or growing frustrated, lean into the waiting and let it draw you closer to Him, knowing that He has a plan for you that will arrive exactly when it's meant to. Bible verse of the day is, wait for the Lord, be strong, and take heart and wait for the Lord. Psalms 27:14. You know, that really touched me. And I'm sure a lot of that touched a lot of you, because I feel like in life is, we always feel like we have to do things at a certain time. We're always on society's pace. And for those of you who are out there feeling like, you know, you're not where you want to be or where you should be at this age or after these degrees or after this many, whatever, calm down. Life is a journey and you need to learn to live and ease through it. It's only as hard as you make it. Nothing's ever perfect. Nothing's ever easy. But if you just take your time, take it a day at a time. People be like, Cherry, what are you doing in August and November? Bitch, I don't know. I'm trying to get through this week. Hello. I can't think about September, October, November when April is next. All right. So I just want to encourage you guys out there. Stop being so hard on yourself. Stop comparing yourself to what other people have going on, what people are achieving. What God has for you is for you. All right. And before we get into all the gagas and the teas tonight, I do want to introduce you guys to my special guest. Okay. She's someone that I met at church. Y'all know I'm very introverted. So, you know, I don't do a lot of mixing and mingling, but it was something about her that really drew me. She's always been respectful. She's never just like over pushed her energy, her presence. She's just always been a boss, a baddie, and someone who I know truly loves the Lord. So today we have the one and the only Dr. Lakara Foster. She is an intentionally known psychic medium, minister, and spiritual teacher whose mission is to bridge ministry and mysticism in the Black church. She serves as an associate pastor of the Vision Church of Atlanta, a proud New Orleans native, and a 3-time HBCU graduate. She holds a BS degrees in psychology and criminal injustice and MED in counselor education from Florida A&M University, and a doctor. Hello, and yeah, we got doctors on the shows and shit. A doctor of ministry from the Interdenominational Theological Center. She's made history as the first African-American psychic medium to take the main stage at Lily Dale's historic featured on VH1, TV1, and OWN. Her readings going viral and reaching millions worldwide. Author of The Morning After and The Grown Women's Guide to Greatness. Dr. Foster inspires audience through her books, speakings, and host of the podcast Medium Rose. I got to go on there too, because you know when I saw it, I was a little like, but y'all, this is going to be interesting. And anybody that knows me, y'all know I was raised Kojic. So it's Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Jesus, Jesus. That's all we know. But what I am learning as I get older is spirits are not as spooky as people make them seem. Because if you really think about it, when you worship God, you know, we're worshiping the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. You know, so I think I want to use this moment for myself included and everyone out there watching to, not only do I want you to learn and be educated, I want you to understand that what you taught or what you were raised thinking, I want you to have your own mindset in this moment, okay? So you guys, we're going to take a break and we will be right back with the doctor herself. We'll see you in a minute.
She's an old school girl, full of pearls. She's seen it all, been around the world. She's had to fall, even crawl, but she got it back together. Now she's queen of the ball. She's a mother, she's a boss. She wears a crown, she paid the cost.
Hello out there. You guys, we have the one and the only Dr. Lakara Foster. How are you, beautiful?
I am wonderful. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. I know it's been a minute now, but we finally got it coordinated so I could be here.
You guys, me and this beautiful lady, we have been talking for months, since last year, about her coming to my podcast or me coming to her podcast. Make sure I'm going to put her information in the link on the flyer. Her IG and everything is tagged. You guys go check her out. But we've been wanting to do this for a long time.
Yes, and I'm so happy to finally be here.
I'm so glad that you came. I know you're so busy being a doctor and things. Y'all, I feel so fancy. I got doctors and stuff on my show. So I want to just start off, before we get into this deep conversation.
Yes.
Who is Dr. Lakara Foster?
Oh, that's a great question. I mean, pretty much like you said in my bio, I'm a native of New Orleans. I love being home. I'm a middle child
Okay.
of I have two brothers, my mom and my dad. They've been married now. This next month's 52 years. So I have a
Okay.
very tight knit family. I've got a fiance and two dogs, and love my friends, love my church. I'm really simple, right?
Okay.
So I mean, we'll get into the complex part of me, but that's kind
Yeah.
of the simple part. Yeah.
Yeah. And I love that you wear all of you so
Yeah.
femininely, so
Oh,
strongly, so boldly,
yeah.
and so respectfully.
Thank you for
That's one of
that.
the things that when I see her at church, I just she just make you be like, because I too stay to myself. I've
Yeah.
never really seen her be too mixy outside of what she's doing at the church, but I love that about
And
you.
you don't know this, right? But you're like one of like 10 people that I look for in church on Sundays. I really do. Like it's kind of like it anchors it anchors me. And so when I see you walk in, it's just like I got like these 10 people that I'm like pointing out, and I can't explain it. It's certainly a thing, but
Okay.
I just always loved your energy.
Thank you.
You're so authentic and just so sweet, and
Thank
you're really one of
you.
those people.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I do have some questions I have for you.
Yes.
And after I ask you a few questions, you are more than welcome to ask me some questions as well.
Yes.
And I want to just get right back into it. So
Yeah.
as we got ready to record this show, I was a little nervous.
Okay.
I did a lot of research and a lot of questioning just to figure out what is medium.
Yeah.
Like, when I think of a medium, outside of all your accolades, that is one that
Yeah.
just really stands out to the average mind.
Okay.
And when was it where you felt like you had a gift or you were able to tap into that energy?
Yeah. So I really can trace it back to being around 3 years old, and I've said this before, where I could sense the just the energy of spirit, right? Of knowing like that there was more than just us. Couldn't put a name to it, didn't know, but probably until I got about maybe in college that it was like, okay, I know that there are energies that are here that are very present, that don't have a body, right? But were communicating with me and asking me to pass messages along.
Right. So when you say it was a spirit, like,
Yeah.
like do you actually hear or is it a feeling?
So it is both, right? And so when I'm teaching my class, I teach my students, we're talking about like parasenses. So you know how you have your regular senses, you can see, you can hear, you can taste, you can touch, you can smell. Well, we also have parasenses, right? So if I tell you to imagine a little white dog, right? You can see that in your mind, right? So that's how like spirit will show me things if spirit's communicating with me. So whatever the message is, spirit may show me a sign or a symbol, and then I can communicate that. So I'm not necessarily seeing anything with my physical eyes, but it is like my mind's eye.
Okay, so do spirits come to you randomly or can you control when you tap in?
It's both, really, right? So before I was able to like, I guess, master this, because I've been doing it for a really long time, I could be in Walmart and spirit would say, go over there and tell this. And it would just be so uncomfortable because I'm in Walmart, right? I'm trying to grocery shop. But now that I do it for a living, and I feel like that was a part of my yes, like that is why I'm here to do this for a living, to help people. I feel like I have a little bit more control of it. So people call and make appointments and I can communicate that way. But if I am in Walmart and spirit says, go and tell that lady her father is, yes, I'm going to go over there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And now that you say it like that, I have heard or seen moments where people will come up to someone and say something like that. Now, I've never, so you're my dad or, something like that. So, no, never for me. But I'm more so the type of person, like if I see somebody and I want to do a nice gesture, or if I feel like something is wrong or I sense they just need a hug or some nice words, that's more my energy. But to actually receive an energy or a message to say or to know that someone is deceased or that's powerful.
Thank you. I think so. But I certainly think it's why I'm here, right? I think it's to let people know that there is, always say like, I ask God, like, why this gift, right? And the response was like, God said, like, I promised my people eternal life. How will they know I've kept my promise if the medium doesn't demonstrate the gift, right?
Okay.
Like as a Christian, that is one of the foundations, right? Is that there's going to be eternal life. And I believe that the medium gets to demonstrate and show that when we leave these physical bodies, there is eternal life.
I believe that. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking spiritually and speaking of God, the Bible says a lot of things. And I do personally believe, like, some things that they say about homosexuality and all of that.
Yeah.
But being someone who identifies as a medium, I have read that in the Bible, it does say, like, stay away from those people, and that's witchcraft. How do you feel about people who deem the work you do as witchcraft?
So for me, and it's what I did my doctoral work around, right? And I believe, again, the Holy Spirit, God, was very intentional about placing me in an environment to be able to study and research to see what does the Bible really say about it. And so what I have learned is that prior to King James writing his version of the Bible, there was no derogatory mention of psychics, no derogatory mention of mediums. King James had a fascination with witches, right, and the occult. And the witches there were very vocal about, they didn't want him coming to their town. And so they were hexing his boat, and they were very vocal about it. So when he got his opportunity to write about it, he lumped everybody into one category, to say, don't see the witches, don't see the mediums, don't see the psychics. But prior to his version, there is no derogatory mention, right? And then just as African people or people of African descent, we've always had these gifts. These gifts as healers, psychics, seers, mediums, prophets, whatever you want to call it, were revered, when we were in Africa. And then we got colonized and they told us don't use them.
Right.
Yeah, we're supposed to use them.
Okay, because I do hear people, the people that wear like the charms, and they're very Afrocentric, and they say that they communicate with. It's so crazy that I'm having this conversation with you, because yesterday I saw a post where this Black girl, who wore the charms and the stones and things, she was like, people are saying that this is witchcraft, and all we're doing is talking to our ancestors. Yeah, and she just made it so simplistic, but I'm just like, me being human, like, we just hear and we don't really know. Yeah. And that's why I like to have these moments and conversations with people who are educated or who are experienced, because in today's society, so many people have so much input and say on things they're really ignorant to. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing is that even if, we look at it from a Christian standpoint, like, we talk to Jesus, right? And Jesus would be an ancestor, or Jesus is not in a physical body, and Jesus is a spirit. So if I can talk to Jesus, then why can I not talk to my grandmother? Why would I not be able to communicate with my aunt, who I love so much? And I am quick to say that mediumship I believe that mediumship is one of the hallmarks of Christianity, because Jesus shows us and demonstrates to us that Jesus was talking to people who had passed away as well, and communicating with people who have passed away. So if that is who we follow, why wouldn't we be able to have these gifts and sharing these gifts, even from a Christian perspective?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And I love these conversations, because I'm not going to lie, you guys. I'm not skeptical about her. I was just skeptical about the whole conversation and, like, the whole, like, can I read you? Like, I'm just a little timid about that. But I will say, years ago, I was working at the strip club, and it was a dancer. Yeah. And it was a known thing that she walked around reading palms. Okay. And, I like that type of stuff. I've always been like, girl, whatever, especially years ago. Yeah. And one night, one of my biggest concerns was, after I transitioned, would my baby brother and I still have the relationship that we had? Okay. And that used to be like one of my, like, if I don't care about nobody in this world, my mama, my grandmama, my aunties, and my baby brother, my heart. Yeah. And when I left home, we're like 15 years apart. Yeah. He was young. Yeah. And that was just always something that was on my heart, but I was determined to be me. Yeah. Like, despite who doesn't get with the program. And one night we were at work, and I was just like, girl, let me see what you're talking about. And that was my first time ever even, like, let me just see, like, if I'm going to laugh at this bitch, or am I going to... That lady, the first thing she came out of her mouth was, your main concern is you and your brother. Oof. Yes. And I was just looking and listening, and she was just like, he's going to love you. Oh. Like, she just started saying so much. So she shook me up so bad. Yeah. I left work. Yeah. And I would never forget that night. It was raining hard. Yeah. And I remember it was raining so hard, and I couldn't see from the rain and the tears in my eyes. Like, I literally had to pull over in the storm. Wow. Wow. And so in that moment for me, as much as we're taught, or that's not real, or they don't really know, or they can't connect or talk to you, in that moment, that was for me to know that outside of what I know, other things do exist. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I do believe in witches. I do think they exist. I do think that to a certain extent, vampire, aliens,
all the things,
all the things we talk about, I think that in some way, some form, they do exist. So for her to say that to me, and I didn't know that lady, it did make me like not be as judgmental.
Yeah, but I'm also certain that it probably freed you too.
It did, and she was right, because my baby brother, shout out to my baby Christophany. For y'all who wondering, that's whose name is on my chest.
Oh,
but he graduated from college last year, and we took a family trip. And this was he and I's first time interacting as adults.
Yeah.
And I was so excited, but so nervous to know, like, is it going to be a connection? Are we going to be able to talk? Are we going to be able to relate? Or is it going to just be, oh, this is a family trip, hey.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, we drank, we talked, we smoked, we vibed.
Yeah.
And it was just on my conscience, so he don't ever feel like you're alone.
Yeah.
And he was just like, Cherry, I don't care about all of that.
Yeah.
I know you as her.
Yeah.
And it was just so beautiful, and
it was exactly how she told you it would be.
Exactly how she said it would be.
I love that. I love that so much. Yeah. And that's why I say so. And the thing is that I think we overcomplicate it, right? We make it spooky, all the things. And I often tell people, like, one, especially with the mediumship part, is I'm not talking to the dead, right? Mm-hmm. We are energy. We're energy before we enter these bodies, while we're in them, and when we depart from them. And this gift just allows me to be able to tap into that energy. Like when we leave these physical bodies, we're just energy. Mm-hmm. And energy can't be created or destroyed. So it just has to go somewhere. I like that. Okay. And so, so what she was doing was reading the energy and telling you, like, on this particular timeline, you and your brother going to get along fantastically.
Yeah. It wasn't even a thing.
Wasn't even a thing.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Yeah. Have you ever received a message you didn't want to deliver, and how did you handle it?
Oh, that's a great question. No, I don't think so, because what I often tell my clients is that, like, spirit may not give us what we want, but spirit will always give us what we need, right? And I think so my background is in therapy. I have a degree in counseling, and so there is. I might need to go see her. There is, like, y'all got a bitch cool. All of these elements of, like, my educational experience that I bring into it. So there's a level of empathy that comes with it, a level of compassion that comes with it. That even if I'm delivering what some may consider bad news, which I don't think any of it is, then it's what spirit wants us to have. Okay. Yeah.
So even in those moments of time where you probably received something you didn't want to share, did you hold back, or do you
no, I always share what spirit gives me. Yeah. And it's and I've never had anyone to say, like, oh, I didn't want to hear that, or I didn't need to hear that. Mm-hmm. Right. So everybody that gets it, and sometimes it'll be like people will want to read it, and dad may come through, and they may have been hoping that mom comes through, but dad is the one who had the message and the message that they needed.
Right. How do you protect your energy when you're constantly dealing with heavy emotions, grief, and spiritual presence?
That is so good. I ground every day, and even when I'm teaching my students, yes, and there's simple ways to ground. Like first thing in the morning, I'm taking a shower. I have wooden floors in my house, so I'm constantly connected to the wood. Sometimes I may take the dogs out barefoot so I can connect to the earth, right? So I'm always grounded, and I say that I'm giving it back to the earth. I'm giving it back to God,
Yeah, that's so crazy, because I was just saying, because I don't want to get my feet dirty, but I was saying to myself, I don't connect with, I connect with people, but I don't feel like I connect with earth as I should.
Yeah.
I found myself recently, like, at least going out on my patio and just receiving the sun.
Yeah. And you're a water sign, so you could do a lot with water, to ground. Yeah.
Like shower,
go to the beach, like connect. Yeah, all the things. Yeah, put you some water on your altar if you have one.
What you mean altar?
Your altar.
I don't have an altar.
You don't have an altar.
So
okay.
Hold on. So what do you mean altar? Because I've heard people.
Yeah, with that. So I have an ancestral altar that I have pictures of my ancestors on. I had a best friend who passed when we were 15. Her picture's on that. There, I have the book by one of Dr. Carlton Pearson's books on there.
Okay.
Pictures of my aunts on there, like different things on there. That's my altar. That really that grounds me as well and connects me as well.
Now, I've never seen someone with an altar.
Yeah.
That is another level for me.
Yeah.
I feel like the only altar I know is the one at church.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
is that common? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Well, I know it's a thing, but like.
It is a thing. And I often tell people, like, you know, there's no right or wrong way to do your altar. Here's the thing. A lot of our grandparents had altars, right? Parents had altars, and that's not what they called them, right? So you may have gone to like your grandmother's house, your mother's house, and there's like all these pictures of people who have passed, right? That's an altar.
Okay, I've never seen that either, but
okay, yeah. I'd be interested to know, like,
you know, with TV, when we think of altar, I see
the candles,
area, a section of candles.
Yeah, absolutely. And think of it like people who have like a prayer closet, right? It's someplace that they go and they focus their energy on prayer. It's kind of the same thing when you go to your altar. Like you're not necessarily like, you may not necessarily be calling on your ancestors. You could be, but it's just a way to honor them.
Now, I have had my moments when I go into prayer. I have went in my closet and closed the door just to have more of an intimate, personal, like, Lord, no one sees me, and I want you to know my heart belongs to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And some people do that with their altar. So it just depends. You know, you can have different things on your altar. How you can set it up if that's what people choose.
You have it in your house?
I do. Yeah, absolutely.
Like, is it out in like the main area or in like your?
No, it used to be, but I just actually moved it upstairs. Yeah, I have like a little jar on there, like my prayer jar. So people may call and ask for prayer, and I'll like write down my petition, and I put it in my jar. Like my mom will call, and she's so funny, right? So she may call and she said, I was talking to somebody in Walmart, and you know, whatever. And she said, can you pray for Miss such and such? And I just put it in my jar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because it doesn't sound as spooky.
No, I just want our people to like get away from things because there's
I think
so
we
much.
watch a lot of TV.
Yeah,
and TV doesn't help.
Yeah. But I just feel like we're supposed to. It doesn't take away from our love for Christ or for God to honor our ancestors.
Absolutely.
Right? And I think that we miss out on a certain amount of power that I feel like we could have when we don't bring them in. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I asked you this already. How do you unlearn the need for approval from spaces that reject you?
Oh, that is so good. You know, so I'll tell this story and then maybe it'll make sense, right? So I've done a lot of things, been a guidance counselor, all the things, real estate agent, all these things. And I went to see a tarot reader in New Orleans, and just, you know, because I love this particular tarot reader. And she said something to me that was life-changing to me. She was pulling her cards and she says, listen, she says, I don't know what this spiritual gift is that you have, but it's the only thing that God's going to support you doing. And after that, it was like, well, if this is all that God's going to support me doing, then this is the only thing I want to do for God. And so okay. And so after that, it was like, yeah, I don't care what people say. Like God has affirmed this. God has confirmed this. This is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Have you ever been embarrassed of your gift?
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. And it's so interesting. Like people talk about imposter syndrome. And I said this on my podcast that like one of the questions was when I was doing like my own segment by myself, do I ever experience or have I ever experienced imposter syndrome? Mm-hmm. And I was saying not as a psychic medium because this is what I'm supposed to do. Like this is what I was born. This is my sacred yes. This is what God and I talked about. This is what I came to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you say to pastors who claim to love LGBTQ people but refuse to affirm them?
You know, those are spaces that LGBTQ people have to learn to walk away from, right? And stop
needing to be affirmed.
That's number one, needing to be affirmed, but stop funding your own oppression.
Oh, this is gonna be good, baby.
Yeah.
Yes,
and I mean, you know, we can look at that.
Repeat that for us one more time, because I think somebody needed to hear that.
Yeah, like I think like people fund their own oppression, and people should stop. Like I'm not gonna go into spaces that don't receive me,
absolutely,
that don't love me, that don't empower me, and then turn around and offer you, or tithe into you. Because what am I tithing into? Mm-hmm. You know, I'm tithing into my own oppression.
Okay, so why has Black church historically labeled mediumship as demonic without fully understanding it?
Well, you know, what's interesting is, and this is a part that we have to get educated on, right? I think that if we really look at just even in our own church, right? There's so much that, like, we talk about like laying hands, right? Mm-hmm. That's could be equivalent of Reiki. We talk about prophecy. That could be the equivalent of psychic ability, right? God's giving you a message. All the messages are coming from God. We shout. All of this is African. Right. And so all of this is African and it translates into the Black church, if you will. And there were churches, the spiritualist church, the Black spiritualist church, where they would do mediumship in the church, where you would get a message or they would pass messages along. And I think that we've kind of like disconnected ourselves, being colonized. That's just it. We just being colonized.
Yeah. And I think for me personally, because of the church we attend, I think that's why I was so comfortable with you.
Yeah.
I've watched you and I believe you.
Yeah.
I've never seen you in ill energy or icky energy. And I know we're all entitled to bad days.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I have never seen you
Yeah.
in not great energy. And, for me, when I be at church, I be having my glasses on because I don't want to be distracted.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when I go to church, I be needing that fulfillment.
Yeah.
So all my Sundays are not the best and I don't want to interact with people.
Yeah.
You know, so.
I'm very happy. Right. I am like just in life, right? I'm very happy.
As you should be.
Yeah. But it's like I think and I say like I'm enjoying this experience, right? That life is an experiment and an experience.
Yes, it is.
And I'm enjoying both of them. And so and I want more people to do that, right? Because I think if more people did that, right, they would be less concerned about what someone else is doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If someone is watching this show right now and still disagrees with you, what would you tell them directly? If you can look right there and tell someone that has questions or doubts about anything, what would you say to them?
People are entitled to their skepticism. People are entitled to their doubts, but it doesn't change what God has called me to do. I am on a mission, right? And my mission really is like I keep getting connected to people who, especially on the mediumship side, who are grieving, right? They lost mom, they lost dad, they lost grandma, and they are stuck, right? And they need a word, and they're stuck. And God is saying, I still want to use them, but I can't use them because they're stuck, right? And they're stuck in their grief. Yeah. And so I feel like, the universe, God, the consciousness links us in a way that helps to free them from, being stuck.
Yeah. And you guys, I know y'all can't really get into her nails, but baby, she didn't even know my favorite color and she's in my favorite color, this orange. And I just want to tell you live, honey, you look so good.
Thank you. You too.
Especially in this orange.
Thank you.
You are eating, and these nails are like neon orange, and I am needing that.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
Absolutely. Who or what helped you feel safe enough to become fully yourself?
Oh, that's a great question. First and foremost, my parents, right? Okay. And knowing that there were others in my family with this gift. So I'm not the first, right? Okay. That there were others that I got an opportunity to witness people show up at their door and them helping people. I'm from New Orleans, right? So this is not new. You know what I mean? This is not spooky. This is not, I often say like I went to public school and every year like we would go and visit the graveyards, right? Because the graveyards were, right. The graveyards were a big thing, right? We would go and visit the graveyards and of Marie Laveau, who was a well-known voodoo priestess in New Orleans, but people would go to her and people would seek her help. Politicians, doctors, housewives, right? People would go to her. And so they obviously felt like it was important enough for us to know who this person was and others as well.
Because I've definitely heard that name.
Yeah. And so it's just like none of this was like, it wasn't taboo for us. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What was it? Tell me to finish the question because I want to make sure I answered it right. What did you say?
It was, who or what helped you feel safe enough?
My family. That's that first and foremost, my mom and my dad. And then they really, so funny story. I remember so my mom, she called me, I was in college and I was like a freshman at FAMU. We turned up. It's our freshman year. And my mom calls and she says, she says, your aunt is getting older. She's one of the ones who had the gift. She said she's getting older. And they're wondering who's going to have it next, right? And she says, I didn't, wasn't telling her like what was going on with me at the time. And she says, yeah, she said, some people are thinking it might be you. She's like, but your aunt, she didn't smoke and she didn't drink and she didn't party. And I was like, I don't want that gift, right? That is not a gift that I want. Okay. So, yes. Okay. I want to do it. Yes. Okay. I don't want that. So a couple of years passed, about 10 years passed, and I'm out of college. I'm, just living in Atlanta at this point. And I go home and I tell my mom, I was like, I'd be back. I got to go in the room. I got to go do a reading. And she's like, a reading? And I was like, yeah. She's like, oh, so you doing readings now? And I was like, yeah, yeah. And she's like, oh, I didn't know. And I was like, you told me that I would have this gift, right? And she says, well, give me a reading. And I said, okay. And I said,
do it work like that? Someone can just randomly ask you to?
Sure, yeah. So she says, give me a reading. I said, okay. I said, well, who's Carolyn, right? So she goes, well, the only Carolyn I know is your dad's sister. I said, no. I said, it's a white woman named Carolyn. And she's like, oh, yeah, I don't know if you have it because I don't know a white woman named Carolyn, right? So I just laughed it off. I was like, okay, that's fine. So about 2 days later, I'm back in Atlanta. I'm not home. I'm back in Atlanta. And she calls me. And phone rings once. I'm in the shower. I looked, okay, I'll call her back. She calls again. I'm like, I know I need to answer because my mother will have a fit, right? Mm-hmm. She's like, so I answer the phone. I'm like, Mom, I'm in the shower. I'm going to call you back. Call her back. She says they're in the middle of like a real estate deal. They're getting ready to buy a house. And she says to me, she says, yeah, she said the bank called and your dad took the call. And he says, he calls her. He says, hey, the bank left this number for this lady you need to call. It's a white woman. Her name is Carolyn. And she said, I said, what? And my dad said, it's a white woman. Her name is Carolyn. And she was like, what? And my dad was like, God damn it, it's a white woman. And her name is Carolyn. So from there, right. My parents, they see, they hear all the things, my brothers, but they're the ones who like really helped me. My partner, she's gifted as well. She won't admit it. Right. But being surrounded like friends and stuff.
Are you guys engaged? You're married?
We're engaged. Yeah.
Okay. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
Congratulations.
And so, yeah, like all of the, I love the sound effects, right? Look, we can do that right there. Okay. Right. And so, yeah, so family, friends, like everyone has been like so supportive. My bishop, I asked him even on the podcast, I said, people want to know like what you thought about it. He was like, I made you a bishop. He's like, I made you a pastor. That's what I thought about it. Yeah. Right. So, yeah.
Whew. Maybe it's a little steamy. I'm like, wow. I'm just really in awe that you're saying that you can just do it. In my mind, I'm thinking, it's just something that comes when it comes. Yeah. Not something you can just look at a random person and be able to pull anything.
Yeah, that's just kind of how it happens. I just say it's energy, and I tell people, the psychic part is like we're not predicting the future. Right. We're just tapping into timelines. Like that lady who read your palm, she wasn't predicting your future, right? She was just seeing into a timeline where it was like, yeah, you and your brother will be fine. Yeah. Yeah.
I have a couple of more questions, maybe about 2 or 3 more questions, and then I will definitely allow you to ask me whatever you want to ask me. Okay. Before we move on, you guys. So what's one thing people assume about you that's completely false?
Oh, probably that I'm super serious. And
I would get that from you.
Yeah, and I'm not at all.
Yeah, and then having this interaction with you one-on-one is like, she's cool. And like, even times you've come up to me, like, asked about like the retreats to New Orleans or whatever, you were always just kind. And I was like, she's just being kind. I don't know. but knowing that you are a woman of business, and a woman of beauty and grace and all these great things, and I see where you sit at church. So I'm like, how I was raised in church, we never talked to the pastor. Like, whoever sits on the pulpit, like, interacting with them was not a thing. Yeah. I was like, again, I always tell people I was raised Kojic, Church of God in Christ, Emmanuel Church of God in Christ in Tennessee. And to be able to have a relationship with you and Bishop and just certain people, it's just like refreshing.
Yeah. And I think that's the way it's supposed to be.
That is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I think people think I'm super serious and I'm not.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the last question of the night. Anyone out there dealing with grief, what advice would you give them?
Dealing with grief, that's such a great question. One is that I do like to tell people, one is that death is not a punishment. Right. I think that sometimes when we lose people, we feel like, that death is a punishment. It's like the scripture says, like death is the wages of sin, and I don't believe that, right? Because it is something that we're all going to experience. That we're all going to go through that door. Also, like want people to know like their loved ones are always with them, and they are looking for ways to communicate that to them. So for them not to miss, you know, the ladybug, the butterfly, the cardinal, the song that comes on, that their loved ones are looking for ways to communicate with them. And that they're not dead. They're just transitioned into another form.
That was so beautifully said.
Yeah. Now, I have to ask you something, if it's okay with you. I know this is not supposed to be a reading, but this happens sometimes. And is this okay that I share with you? Well, I have to ask you first.
Okay, ask me whatever you want.
Is the father a father figure past for you?
Is a father figure okay, so how I will answer that is not that I know of as of today.
Okay.
But it's so crazy that you asked me about a father because I just met my biological father for the first time this past summer.
Oh, wow.
And speaking of death, I always thought that my first time ever seeing him would be in his casket.
Whoa.
And I was going.
Whoa.
And it's even more stranger that you asked about that because my mom sent me a message today about this guy who interacted with his dad for the first time and he beat his ass.
Oh, wow.
You know, so it's different emotions. So when you ask, is a father figure passed away?
You thought he was passed all that time.
No, not that I thought he was passed.
Just said if he was,
but he's
okay.
been dead to me my whole life.
Oh, wow.
So that's why I was like, ask me that because I don't know him.
Wow.
And when I did meet him, I'm thinking that he's taking in who I am today, and it was more so he had no idea who I was and was trying to holler.
Whoa.
So, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, there's an energy, and it could be for somebody in here too, that there's a father figure that is on the other side. So, I mean, I don't know if this is like the staff, and we could ask because that's just...
Anybody back there?
Wow. Is there like, is somebody like were they estranged or like did not have like a great relationship? I said like, was it a father figure that they were like, didn't have like a great relationship with? Because he's offering apologies. Would that make sense for you? Yeah. Was there like some type of like substance abuse? I don't know if this is like drugs or alcohol involved. Okay. Because he's just offering, or like, I don't know if this is like drugs, alcohol, abuse, like just a very toxic situation. Would that make sense? He's apologizing because I don't feel like he apologized when he was in the flesh. Would that make sense for you? Okay. Do you receive his apology? Awesome. And I'm sorry, it's interesting that because you came and got us from the elevator and immediately like I felt the father figure. I just wasn't sure like who the energy belonged to. I hope this helps you in some way. You're so welcome.
Okay.
Did you see how not spooky that was?
No, it's not that it's spooky. I think my other word is spooky wooky. I always call something spooky wooky, but I just think it's to know it's possible.
Yeah.
To know it's a thing is for me is like, wow.
Yeah.
Because and I can't even say he's dead because I do believe he is risen.
Yeah.
So I would say the only person that has ever experienced death that I interact with or I try to make relationship with is Jesus or God.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I believe that like Jesus wants this for all of us, right?
Yeah.
Like if your producer staff, like if that was something that he was carrying, then it's like Spirit is saying like, I don't want you to carry that anymore, right?
Absolutely.
I don't want you to be upset. And maybe that's not the word upset, but like you don't have to carry that because he was who greeted us when we got off the elevator.
Yeah.
So it just makes sense that that's who the energy was for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for me?
I do. I did. Let me see. Let me find. Now my phone doesn't want to act right.
You guys, I am so glad that she's here. You guys, we've been having this conversation on like, and you know, even in the midst of all of this that's going on, y'all, I'm looking at y'all like, what the fuck? But I do believe it. Like, I know Jack personally, he's not gonna lie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for you to pick up on whatever that is, and I do believe that God works with us in mysterious ways.
Yeah. And I think like he could be the whole reason that I'm here.
Yes.
Does that make, like, I know like we were going to have this conversation, all the things, but like Spirit lines it up to say, hey, I want you to meet this person because I need to give my son a message.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And Lord, we are here for it. Your
yes,
will, your way.
I'm surrendered. Because listen, I'm in bed at this hour, okay? So when you was like, we film at 9 o'clock, I was like, 9 o'clock? Like... But I am so obedient to it. So I'm like, we get dressed, we're going to get cute, we're going to go. And I do feel like a big part of this is so that he could get that message as well. And
if that was what it was, I'm grateful.
Yeah. That is so awesome. I want to know, like, what's the biggest misconception that people have about you?
I think one of the biggest misconceptions that people have about me is that I'm mean. I give people what they give me. Yeah. And a lot of people can't dish what they give out. Yeah. Or can't take what they dish out. Yeah. Like you and I, we've never, and we never will have an issue because you're a great person. Yeah. Because you're respectful, because you're kind, because you're loving. And that's all I could give to you times 10. Yeah. But if you ever see a bitch give me anything other than that, you're going to see a whole nother side of me. Yeah. And I think because my social media presence is so large that a lot of people, especially with me being trans, a lot of people are just excited to be against me. Yeah. You know, I hear a lot of the times, oh, great message, wrong messenger. No, it was the right messenger.
Really?
Absolutely. And I love it. Yeah. And I love it. Because, you know, a lot of people are so busy in life finding themselves. Finding yourself has nothing to do with being trans. Yeah. There are a lot of people who are born and comfortable in the bodies that they were born in and still are lost. Yep. It has nothing to do with gender. It has nothing to do with identity. It has nothing to do with sexuality. It has everything to do with that individual.
Yeah. No, that's so good.
So
yeah, you don't give me mean at all. You give me, I won't take nothing from anybody. But
absolutely. It's not. But yeah, so people just swear I'm mean. They say a lot of things. I've been called a colorist. I've been called homophobic. I've been called transphobic. Like, but you know, people are gonna deem you anything when you don't tolerate BS. Yeah. When you don't play, or they don't have access to you, or they can't kiki or joke with you in a way that they do everybody else. Yeah. When you're to be respected and taken seriously, a lot of people are offended by that. Yeah. Yeah. Because they know in advance they don't deserve the respect that we receive. Yeah. Yeah. So how dare you get this light, this love, this energy, this respect, and you're everything the world told you not to be.
Wow. Wow. Well, I love the way that you carry yourself. Right? How tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
5'10". I tell people I'm Cherry's height. She is. That is how tall I am.
Okay, she's 5'10". Okay.
What is my question for you? I love your confidence.
I feel like we're at brunch and we're just talking because this is past due.
I know. I love your confidence. I love your intellect. I love how I see you make people feel, right? Mm-hmm. And I love that you're so comfortable in your own skin.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Now, and I do feel like you are called to be a disruptor, mm-hmm. right? What systems do you feel like you're disrupting? Or you've been called to disrupt?
Wow, that's a good question. Yeah. What systems do I feel like I was called to disrupt? I think I was one of the things I think I was called to disrupt, the idea of womanhood. Yeah.
That is so good.
The idea of femininity. Yeah. The idea of labels in general. Yeah. Yeah. Like it's just worldwide. Like I'm a part of the Black community. I'm a part of the LGBT community. I'm a part of the trans community. I'm part of the women community. Yeah. And it's just like people try to tell us who you are. And when we are willing to introduce them to who we are, people want us to be who they want us to be. Yeah. And when you are a person like me who's going to disrupt that experience, no, you're not going to tell me who I have to be. Yeah. This is me. And I respect if it's not for you, but there will still be a level of respect because I'm going to give it to you. Yeah. Yeah. You know, and I feel like we just live in a day where people feel like they have the option. Yeah, you don't have that option. Yeah.
I can't even understand. Like, I know, like, our bishop, and you were there. We were both there last week when his painting was unveiled at Morehouse. And it was a beautiful, beautiful moment, marking the first openly gay bishop to be inducted into this. I mean, I call it like a Hall of Fame. I know that's not what it is, right? But it's like this beautiful Hall of Fame, and of course it's gone viral.
Yes,
right?
I've seen it all over the timeline.
Right, everywhere. And the other thing that I don't do is read the comments, right? So I very rarely read the comments because I'm like, God has spoken. Yeah. That's the only comment I need to read, right? But I saw like somebody said, like something about like people having negative things to say. Oh no, what it was someone texted me and says, wow, like the fake outrage at Bishop being inducted, unveiling. And I'm just like, why would someone have that much energy? Like, that is beyond me, right? That I'm going to take any amount of energy to hate you or hate what you stand for or hate who you are. Or, like, I can't even conceive of that. Does that make sense? Like, I'm so busy.
That's the world we live in.
And it's so amazing to me.
And that's why I always tell people, stop trying to please people. They're never going to like you.
Never.
A person cannot know you, didn't even know your mama had you yet, and already have a mindset or judgment towards you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't even know you. And that's just what miserable people do, because it's so crazy that you say that, because today I saw that they passed a law where trans people can no longer compete in the Olympics.
Yeah.
And the world is in an uproar. Everybody's like, oh, good, da-da-da-da. Well, you are entitled to feel however you feel about that.
Yeah.
But there are missiles flying around in the air.
Do you understand?
There are innocent lives being taken due to who y'all voted for. And because y'all are so eager and excited by nonsense and foolishness, talking about what trans do in the bathroom or what sport they can't play has you more interested and intrigued.
But not even realizing that in and of itself is the distraction.
That is the distraction.
Yeah, I want to distract you from the missiles flying, hitting schools where 168 kids die. So we're going to talk about trans people in sports.
Yes, and it's so sad that is more of a topic than what's really going on in the world. Yeah. So to go back to what is going on with Bishop, people should be happy that the word of God is being spread.
Yeah.
Fuck who he sleep with. Yeah. Fuck his preference.
Because that is that is the whole
bigger
thing.
Picture is he is preaching the word of God.
Yeah. And I can't understand why people are so obsessed.
And y'all better be thankful for him, because he's the reason why I ain't been to jail in a while. Now, I did just get out in January. But being up under his fellowship, it has calmed me down a little bit.
Yeah, good.
A lot. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
A lot. And I feel so good when I go to church.
Yeah.
Because to see representation, and it's not a lot of that out there in this world.
Yeah.
It's not a lot. And I want to tell you,
he's very intentional.
Very
about
intentional.
It. Yes, very intentional about it.
And he's real.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to say here before we go into the next segment, I want to personally thank you for being a Black woman who loves all people.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
I think that one of the things that I disrupt is the idea of Black women and trans Black women uniting.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not a matter of competition. It's not a matter of who does this better or who did this first and who pronouns is this. It's about us coming together, loving each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that means a lot from a trans woman, because a lot of Black women do not give that energy. So when I do run into a Black queen that I know personally that is for all people, I want to take my time and say, I thank you.
Thank you for
that. I
see
you and I appreciate you.
Thank you for that. Yeah, listen, I have nothing. I love people, and I love that to see what God is doing through people.
Absolutely.
It's a big deal for me. I think you all, and I think you have an incredible platform, and I know that God is like using you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're here to be a disruptor.
And I'm so glad you used that word, because I'm definitely a disruptor. But I do want to tell people out there, I don't know if y'all have noticed on my social media, but the devil is so busy and the haters are reporting all of my pages and things. Like, it doesn't even allow me to get any more followers. Like, people are following me, but my numbers don't go up.
Are you serious?
So there's so much going on the back end. But I'm so glad that you shared light on, I do all of this for God.
Yeah.
All of this. Yeah. I don't want to come into a podcast every week. I don't want to make content every day. I don't want to stream, go live, and all of that. But because I've touched so many lives, it's now a responsibility.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's your sacred yes.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And to be at a place where people from the age of 5 to 85 love me, interact with me, look forward to my whatever I have going on.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah. I love that. And thank you for being you and for showing up boldly and authentically and unapologetically who you are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys, this conversation could go on and on. We definitely have to do lunch or something and do some catching up.
You know it.
But you guys, so I don't have you too long, we will be right back with the next segment.
Respect a queen when you see one.
Hello, you guys. We are back, you guys. So we have this young lady with us, right? And I want to let you know we're about to play a game I have on the show. It's called Pop or Pass That Cherry.
Okay.
And we did just find out that she is engaged.
Yes.
But I don't think the people know. So if you don't mind us getting into a little bit of your business, one moment, you guys. Boom, you're on the line.
Hey, how we doing tonight?
We're doing blessed, and we're actually playing a game right now, my love. So can I call you back in maybe 10 minutes?
Absolutely.
All right, thank you. Baby, they are ready tonight. They knew we had a special guest. They knew who the guest was, and they are ready to blow the lines. But before we get to that, we want to play a game. But if we can get in a little bit of your business, what is your type?
What is my type? My type is my fiance.
Yes, so
she fine, ain't it? You saw her.
She fine. Okay, long dreads.
Okay. That's my boo.
Okay, so you like more masculine presenting.
I do.
Okay.
I do like more. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're part of the community. It's safe to say.
I am. I am the, as Craig calls us, the L's. And it was so funny the other day. He goes, there goes the, he says, there are the L's. And I'm thinking he meant like Lakara. And I was like, yes, we are the L's.
Oh my goodness, Craig is crazy. So you guys, we are going to play a game, and hopefully she can let us know if she finds these people attractive or not. Let's see if she'll pass or pop some of these cherries. You guys, who do we have on the screen tonight? Oh, I don't know how to pronounce your name.
Dak Prescott.
I will definitely see. Well, because we can scoot her out of this one, I will definitely pop all of that cherry. Do you hear me? He is fine to me. He is not my type. I don't really like light skin. But baby, the body. Have you ever been with men?
Yes, long time ago. Long time ago. Yes.
So when you did have your moments with guys, what would you say your preference was?
I don't know that I really had one. You know, I liked who I liked, and it wasn't really a preference. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long have you been, as Craig says, on
an
the L
L
team?
with an L.
On part of the L's.
Oh God, so now I'd be like telling my age, right? It's been a very long time. Oh Jesus.
Well, you look good.
Well, thank you. I feel good.
You look good. You feel good, and you smell good.
Thank you. It's been a long time. Long time. Yeah, I've been an L a long time. Yes.
Okay.
I had them laughing one day at the park. I was like, I've been in the game since it was just the L and the G's. Okay, now
okay, just the L and the G's. Okay, you guys, who else do we have? Yeah. Producer Zaytoven.
No, it's a pass for me.
Yeah.
I mean, he's very nice looking, but it's a
Beethoven, whatever his name was, I'm gonna have to pass too. You know, we got the church ladies in the house tonight. We cannot be being whores tonight, because y'all know I normally pop and pass on all these niggas. Yeah. Who else? Oh, Roman Reigns, WWE. All right, Roman, you can definitely body slam this body. Okay.
I am screaming. Okay.
Yes. You know why he's handsome?
He's very handsome, but I'm passing.
She passing because their fiance in the other room. She don't want
no, that's a man. That's a man.
But he's pretty and handsome.
He's very handsome.
Yeah, he's handsome. Y'all, who we got next?
They trying to find somebody. See.
Oh,
okay. What's happening here?
Well, since he's up there, David Stewart.
It's worth $11.4 billion.
I will consider for 11.4. Looks don't even actually matter. You know? I don't care. I'll have a piece. You can see me at church with him on the second row.
Yes. Come on up to the Vision Church of Atlanta. And pay, and make sure you pay your tithes on that $11.4 billion. Okay?
Yeah.
We got to get this HVAC fixed, okay? Get the tithe money. Okay?
Okay. Oh, Alton Mason. He's gorgeous.
Oh, he is gorgeous, yes.
Yeah, he's not my type, but still have him.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, he can definitely get that cherry.
I love his hair.
But he's a gorgeous, beautiful, young
Beautiful black man,
chocolate
yes.
man. Y'all know I don't mind. You know I am a pansexual, transsexual.
Oh, I love it.
So, you know, we are very fluid when it comes to femininity and masculinity.
I love it. Now, what is your type as we go on to the next one? What is your type?
My type, I do love a balance of masculinity and femininity.
Okay.
I have been with trans men.
Okay.
I went on a date with a trans woman. I have been with homosexual men, straight men. I've even had a moment with a girl or two.
Yeah. Is it more like, are you more attracted to like the spirit of people, or is it like does the orientation matter too?
For me, it is more of a spirit thing.
Okay, yeah.
Even
like
though I
connection.
do prefer men, let's not get that twisted.
Okay.
I do prefer men and strong black, you know?
Yeah.
But I like people. And my first experience with a trans man is I saw him and I was physically attracted to him, and I was just open to whatever came from behind that. And we ended up in a relationship for a few months.
Oh, I love that.
Right. So yeah.
I love that.
I love love. I'm a Cancer, you know.
Yeah, y'all are emotional.
Yes,
very
emotional.
very hard
so
exterior.
If you treat me right, you be faithful, loyal, communicate all those great things. I'm open to it.
I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You guys, who do we have? Well, I see NFL. Lamar.
I love this. I love this for me because they're all men, and I'm like, pass.
Okay, y'all got to give me some ladies on here. Oh, they all. And this week y'all will have all men because any other time y'all trying to make me be a L. Okay, they be having girls all up and through here, and I be over here sounding very lesbianic. And now
the
tonight,
L's are in the building.
Okay. But no, he is havable. Yes. I'll pop that chair. Okay, don't tell. You guys, who else do we have tonight? Actor Prince Grootboom.
Oh, he's handsome. I mean, it's still a pass, but he's handsome.
I think, you know, I prefer chocolate, and I do think I like a little ugly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't want no man that's always in the mirror. Like, I want you to be confident in who you are, but be regular.
Be regular. I got you.
Yeah, like, it's okay. We have all these different labels and titles going on nowadays, but
I can't even keep up anymore.
Oh, my goodness. Let me ask you, since we're speaking of titles and labels and things, how do you, since you came from the days where it was just
the L's and the G's. I'm just joking. Like, I came in very late.
No, that was a real time. I remember that.
I came in so super late. I was a late bloomer. So I was a very late bloomer.
So how do you feel about the people who identify as they, there? Because I'm one of the people, because I do respect pronouns.
Yeah.
But because it's getting tricky, even for the LGBT community.
Yeah.
I just try to stay away from the actual pronoun. I want to call you your name.
Yeah. You know, I think all of it is just a construct, right? And so I tell people, like, not even, like, if you want to identify as a giraffe, I will acknowledge you being a giraffe. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I want whatever people feel comfortable with,
Absolutely.
Or that's what I'm going to call them.
You like people.
Yeah.
You want to make them, I get it.
Yeah,
it too.
So none of it bothers me. None of it bothers me. It's so crazy
that you said about someone who would want to be a giraffe. There's this lady who identified as a dog.
Yeah, I'd be like,
some white lady, and so child, she was on the ground crawling around, and a dog attacked her.
Oh gosh!
And she turned into she very fast.
Yeah, like I'm so like whatever people, because like you know, here's the thing. We all have a very finite amount of time on this earth, absolutely. Right? And just like the scripture says, none of us know the day or the hour. Amen. I don't want to waste any of it. I don't want to waste any of it. I'm not going to spend, I don't go back and forth with people on the internet. You know, people have said X, Y, Z. So, you know, August, we love August. But before August and I became like really, really close, like he was making a dress for me. And this was like when I first came out as a medium, and people had like all these things to say. And I didn't know any of this was going on because this prophet told me, she said that there were some things were going to happen, and I wasn't going to see it and I wasn't going to hear it. But I didn't know what she was speaking about. And so I came out as a medium, psychic medium, and I didn't know that like the whole world had blew up about it, right? Like minister medium, it was on the internet, people were doing videos, and I didn't know. Right. And so one day, August, he's making me a dress, and he comes over and he says to me, he says, listen, he's like, I've had to get a couple of people at church together about you. And I was like, about me?
At church?
Right. He's like, yeah. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, yeah, like people like had things to say. And I was like, wow, that's so interesting. I'd say because I had just done an interview and they were asking me like, you know, how does your church feel? And I was like, everyone is so supportive. I was like, everyone loves me, right? He's like, but you know, they didn't, right? He's like, he just like starts going off, and he's like, but I didn't know, you know, and
but
so
those people are gonna always exist. They won't say it to you.
But now, and a lot of those people, you know, would have come in and apologized, and I didn't even know that they had things to say, you know. But that's just kind of like, I'm gonna stay in the line that God wants me to walk, and so I'm like, I don't have a moment to spare. I don't have a moment to waste. If somebody wants to be a dog and crawl on fours and eat out of a dog, why am I going to challenge that?
That's none of your business.
That is.
And it's so crazy that you say that he said, though, those people said those things. Because, you know, as I came to the church, my name was, that's what people do. My name was running around. And, you know, I had people come like, you know, they're saying this. First of all, I don't care what they say because anything you want to know about me, it's a button you can click on and find out.
Yeah.
But my relationship with God and how he uses me and our relationship has nothing to do with nobody.
Yeah.
Because when I first came to the church, I think a lot of people, as they saw Bishop and I were getting close, they tried to get in between that. And, you know, they were reporting certain things that I do and I say online to him and Mother Mitty.
Yeah.
But what God has for me, no devil or demon can destroy.
Yeah.
And I gathered them because unlike you don't get into all the foolishness and going back and forth. I love it. I live for the foolishness. Because I think a lot of those people who do that, they're so used to people like yourself taking the high road and ignoring them. Yeah. And I think they need a little ghetto hood rat like me from time to time.
We balance it.
Yeah, so y'all will see a lot of this duo. We are the perfect balance.
Yes.
But yeah, pay that no mind though.
Yeah.
Because the thing I notice about that in my situation, they're talking about us.
Yeah.
No one's talking about you. So maybe God is not using you the way that you think he is.
There was a study that was done and this nurse was interviewing these people who were dying. And the one thing that they said that they, you know, that they wished that they had was like more time, right? You can never have more time.
That's true.
So and my thing lately, honestly, has been at the end of the day, have I pleased God? That's been that has been a real question. And it has made me be even more intentional about how I spend my time. Like I don't want to scroll on social media forever. I want to be very intentional about however much time God has given me to do God's work.
Absolutely. And I love that you word it like that because I'm very intentional about certain things I say in my prayer.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I say all the time is, Lord, continue to use me and to allow others to see you in me.
Yes.
You know,
absolutely.
because I would not be where I am if it was not for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and I am also like on this journey, on this experience, is this experiment that we are on. I am just so grateful that he chooses to wake me up every day and to continue this journey.
Yes,
because like you said, and I don't know who needs to hear this, but like she said, every day is not promised to you. So stop living your life in negativity. Stop living your life for people. Get up and do what your heart desires.
Yeah, because we don't know when that last day is going to be. And doing the work of mediumship, I see it every day.
Yeah.
You know, that someone has lost somebody suddenly or you know, it was an accident, it was a heart attack. And the thing is that as human beings, we love choice. We love free will. But death, if you will, takes away that choice.
Absolutely.
Right? And so it's like when it's over, this physical life, it's over.
Yeah.
And I don't want to wait. I'm not wasting.
Life is too good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too good. And he knows my name. So Lord, continue to please call me.
Okay.
Yes, I'm going to answer. Hello.
Listen.
Let it ring. Hello.
No, that's so good because like I get these opportunities like being authentic and living in the fullness of who I am. Yeah. And just the other day I was on Threads and somebody said they're talking about you on Threads and I was like, really? She's like, yeah, no, but somebody had said Gabby Sidibe had mentioned that her mom had passed and that her mom was visiting her children but wasn't visiting, like she wanted her mom to visit her. So someone that I had just given a reading to had mentioned my name and said like, hey, if you want a reading, you should connect with Dr. Foster. And we connected, you know, and I was able, and I gave her a reading, I think it was like Tuesday, but it's just like, like God continues to open these amazing doors and these amazing opportunities. I've been on TV1, I've been on VH1, I've been on OWN, where I've got, an opportunity to demonstrate this gift that God has given me to heal people.
Absolutely.
Like, why would I care what people think about it? That's insane.
Absolutely.
Like, that is absolutely insane that I think it's an insult to God for us to care.
Yeah.
I think it's an insult for God. Like, God says,
because
I want you to do this.
He put you on.
Yeah. And if God says, I want you to do this, why would I then relegate like the talk to man about it? That's crazy.
Oh my goodness. Y'all, we were in the middle of Popper Pass the Cherry, and we are going to, I love talking to you. It's so refreshing. Like, we're going to have to do brunch one Sunday.
We will. I love brunch.
Yes, I love brunch. You guys, actually, we can just cut the rest of Popper Pass because I enjoyed this conversation. But you guys, we'll do one more, all right? And we're going to go on into the hot topics, darling.
Okay.
Y'all, who y'all got? Oh, they got one. They tried me.
No, and here's the thing. She's not. And she's beautiful.
She is beautiful.
Yeah, but no, I like them. I like them lock faded or braided.
Lock faded or braided thing. Yeah. Okay. Well, she said no to. Layla Ali, I'm gonna have to pass to
She's beautiful.
Amazing.
Yes, that body is tea.
You're
okay,
not my cup of tea. All right, you guys, we'll be right back with the next.
Respect a queen when you see one.
I do.
Call your homeboy. Who's your homeboy?
Who's it?
And y'all fuck the same y'all fuck the same faggot in the ass.
Good.
With that stuff that we bought from the sex store, didn't you?
Good.
Good. You and your homeboy boo.
Me and my homeboy fucking boo, yup.
You and your homeboy boo.
And Chris, yes.
And Chris?
Fucking ass,
Your brother Chris?
Yeah, yup.
Y'all all fucked apart.
Yeah, good. Hey, we show it out.
Y'all all that's what you saying.
We show it out, yup.
Your friend Boo from Eastdale.
Yeah, we show it out. I can go like
Miss T-Baby.
Yeah.
Miss T-Baby son.
Yeah, we fought, yeah. So, how you know you fought,
And y'all all fuck the faggot in the ass, though.
I fought Boo too in the ass, too. And Chris in the ass.
So you and Boo fucking?
Yeah.
That's why you gay.
We been fucking.
That's why we saying you a punk.
We been fucking.
You lame as hell, but you
back.
Nah, I ain't getting this shit, nigga. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? This the same punk that paid for pussy. $50 hands. Alright. Stop hitting me. Stop hitting me, Jamie.
Man, get my car. Get my car, man.
Okay,
Yeah, come on, man. Get the car, man. Come, move, man. Move.
Wow. Yeah, wow.
What do you think about that?
I think that's very tragic. I think it's tragic on so many levels. Like, one, that this is the experience that both of them are having. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I think it's very tragic. Like, one, I don't condone violence on any level, but also I think it's very violent of her to be exposing him like that as well. So I think they're both like, they're exhibiting this violence toward one another. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, when I see the video, a few things run through my mind. First of all, it makes me want to laugh.
Yeah.
For so many reasons. But before I get into what I think, I just want to tell y'all that y'all love to deem these type of behaviors only from trans people. Like, trans people or homosexual men are the only ones that expose people. And the gag of it all is a lot of the times when a trans person or a homosexual exposes someone, it's probably 9 times out of 10 because they did something to them and they're getting a get back. But one thing that I do notice that when it comes from heterosexual women, especially heterosexual Black women, y'all expose these men because they're not who you want them to be. And in that moment, what I got from the video, he was actually being honest. And y'all would gag how many men are honest about who they sleep with, who they like, what they do. But a lot of y'all women out there, you know that society is biased. Y'all know society is, what's the word I'm looking for when they pick and choose who can do what? Double standards.
Okay, yeah.
Like the double standard of a man not being able to do whatever he wants versus a woman. I think that y'all should notice that y'all got to stop doing that. And first of all, if you're dealing with a man who is sexually active in a way that you don't prefer, ma'am, leave.
Yeah.
But for you to go live, and he didn't even know she was live if you clocked it.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. And that's why I said that there's violence on. It is very violent on both ends.
So, like, for those of you women out there that are just doing that for no reason, now, I'm not no saint. I have definitely gagged a nigga or two.
Yeah.
But it's only because they did something to me, i.e. the guy that lied and said I did some fraud, and he got my Navy Federal shut down. I'm going to gag you because you know you lied. Okay, so I hope your marriage was worth $3,000.
Oh,
you know, like little things like that. But to be doing it just because a guy is not moving how I want him to move, that's not fair, and it is dangerous. Because let's be clear, not only with these niggas, like, he assaulted her, but some of them will unalive you.
Yeah. That's why I said it's violent. It's definitely violent on both ends. Yeah.
But I do think the video was funny because she had that typical energy at first, and then she went from I'm exposing you to
you are a mess.
Like, okay, girl, you gotta leave that man alone and let him enjoy fucking pooking them in the ass. All right, let that man enjoy his big one, okay? Girl, if that's not for you, leave.
Yeah.
Okay. Anywho, y'all, what video we got next?
Ew, so creepy. What in the world? Oh my god. Ew. Oh my god. Ew. Oh my god, this is disgusting. Oh, okay, I'm done. At what point are we finally going to realize that a transgender person has a mental illness? And we can call them unhinged, we can call them crazy, whatever, but they genuinely have a mental illness. They have body dysphoria and gender dysphoria and all this other different things that are going on in their head. I mean, they're literally injecting themselves with testosterone and estrogen to change their body. So mentally, they're not okay. And it's really sad that, like, women are losing their spaces to people like this. I honestly couldn't even watch the full video, and I honestly wanted to throw up because this video is so gross. Like, a man walking into a restroom, clearly a woman's restroom, and he licks the toilet where the woman was sitting. Like, that's disgusting. And people are okay with this. They're okay with these PDFs in the restrooms with women and children. And people think it's okay. This is not okay behavior. This is PDF behavior, and they all need help. And what's sad is there are actual transgender people who understand they're mentally ill and they can accept it. They understand they're not a man, they're not a woman. They understand they have issues. But then there's people like this who think this behavior is okay, and people support these people. They all need help. I'm sorry, they genuinely do.
And you also need help with your vocabulary. The word you're looking for is dysphoria, not like dysphoria. Okay, and I decided to talk about this video because, first of all, it was gross. Like, ew, we get that. But what I'm so sick of, especially from you fluffy, pink homosexuals who, y'all are so quick to jump on the trans community. Y'all are so quick to deem us this, and this is what the world is doing, and this is why I use my platform the way that I do. That person, let's be clear, is not trans. Anybody can identify as trans. You can identify as a giraffe or a dog. But being a trans person is something completely different. Like, I, as a trans woman, could never identify as a female, but yet I am definitely all the woman I've ever wanted to be. But that energy, it is disgusting coming from a flaming queen at that. All right? So I understand the notion y'all are trying to put out there about trans people, like we're pedophiles. Sweetie, do you know what a pedophile is? A pedophile is someone who interacts and engages in sexual activity with underage children. How are you equating someone identifying as the opposite gender they were born as something with a child?
Again, that is the, I think it was Don Lemon who said, every profession is a confession. And so a lot of times people are professing things that they're really confessing to. And people know that what pedophilia is, right? But it's like, I'm going to distract, again, we're going to use this word to distract from XYZ. and put the focus on this. Like clearly the video we see that's a sick individual.
Yes.
Right.
Like,
And that has
so
nothing
y'all
to do
really
with,
think that we're in the bathroom and the women licking the girl, get out of here.
Not with this hair.
Honey, not with these lips.
Right.
Okay, not with this life.
Okay.
Is you okay?
Like, no.
Like, that is insane. And then when I see those type of people, I feel like nowadays being trans has become a hobby. I think that a lot of people are wanting this attention because, let's be clear, trans is number one topic.
Yeah, it's
coming before the missiles flying around in the air. It's coming before. People think that being trans is worse than pedophilia.
Yeah. And I think on some level here that there is, that we're missing something, right? Hear me when I say this. Like the scripture says, like, it says, let us make them in our image, right? And so male and female, he made them. And I am like, did God make trans people first? Because clearly that is my thought. That is my interpretation of it. Does that make sense? And so I feel like there has to be some type of spiritual thing that we don't yet know about, right? Or something that people don't want us to acknowledge in terms of trans. I think it's more than just an identity or orientation. I think there's something spiritual about it.
And I could believe that, but this is my take on it, because we do have a lot of people say God only made female and male, which is true. But because we serve a God who is so powerful and intentional.
But I don't even think that that's true, because you have people who are intersex who are born with.
That is true too.
Right? Who are born, they could have born male and then have female parts. Like, that's also God.
I agree. But when it comes to, I would speak of the average trans, I feel like who are you to limit what a female and a male can create?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't say that, okay, this female and this male got together and created someone. And let's be honest, imbalance is real. Hormone imbalance is real.
Yeah.
There are masculine straight women.
Yeah.
There are feminine straight men.
Yeah. Because I have friends that are studs that I'm like, there's no way you could have been a girl.
Yeah.
There's no way, right? You understand what I mean? Like,
people and let people be who they truly are.
Because the reality is, I have this book, and I love this book. It's called Conversations with God, by Neil Donald Walsh, and I want to say it's book 3, and he said something that is so powerful, right? He said that the biggest illusion that we're going to find, and we're not going to find it out on this side, but the biggest illusion is gender, right? There is no gender when we leave these bodies, right? There's no orientation. There's no religion. There's none of that in heaven. But we get, again, all of this is the experiment, right? And so if this is the experiment, again, why do I care what you do with your experiment? This is your experiment. And I also believe that in our experiment, we are getting an opportunity to, I hear you. And when I say I hear you, this is me getting a download, right?
Get your download.
That the experiment is really about figuring out how best to express God. That's the experiment, right? That it wasn't being a real estate agent. It wasn't being a guidance counselor. It wasn't, and I experimented with all of that, right? My best and highest way that I came here to express God, that God said, this is the way I want to be expressed through Lakara, is being a psychic medium, is being a Black woman, right? Is being 5'2" and not 5'10", right? Like, that is the way that God wanted to experience God's self through me. God wants to experience God's self through you as a trans woman, as someone who's 5'10", as someone who is a disruptor. And you may have gone through all of these different things in your life to get here.
Absolutely.
To feel like this has to be God.
Absolutely.
This what I feel. That's what I'm saying. And how can people can argue with it. They can waste their time, and they gonna see, right? When they wake up and got 3 days left, how much time they've wasted arguing about.
Worried about me.
There is no way.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Baby.
Yeah.
You better get yourself together.
Yeah. So, people can say what they want. And again, I'm not going to argue with people. And I think it's just best, like, we just keep showing up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And thank you for showing up.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And thank you for showing up.
Absolutely. We got to keep doing this. You guys, what's the next topic?
Let's bring Carlos out right now to find out what it is. Come on, Carlos. Come sit by Mom. Here's Carlos, everybody. Carlos wants to be known as Carisa now. And that breaks your heart, Juanita?
Very much.
How long has Carlos wanted to be Carisa?
I guess it's been a while now.
But Carisa, you're only how old?
14.
What grade are you in?
8th.
8th grade. Do you want to have a transsexual operation? Do you want to really be a woman?
I'm not going to go that far, but this is what I want to be for now.
For now. Okay, honey, stay there. Now, Jasmine, our next mom.
Wow. Yeah. So first I want to say rest in peace to Carisa. And the reason why I wanted to talk on this topic was because I saw this randomly, and y'all know it's even in my book. Make sure you get your copy, Black Butterfly Rising.
Come on now.
Okay, author.
Yes, author.
Yeah. I always said the first time I ever saw the word transsexual or trans woman was from watching those TV shows like Maury or Jerry Springer or Jenny Jones. And whenever I saw that word, even though as a child I didn't know what it meant, I would see these type of people.
Yeah.
And I would always remember looking at those type of people and saying, that's me. Not knowing how it was possible, not knowing about hormone therapy, not thinking that having surgery was an option or tangible. So when I saw this article, it made me want to share it. And I said to myself, I wonder where Carisa, or is it Carlisa or Clarissa? Yeah. Carlisa, I was wondering where she was at. And today, as I was just scrolling, that same article came up, but it showed the picture that I just presented to you guys, that she has passed away at the age of 45. And I just want to tell people like Carlisa that girls like me needed girls like you.
Jesus. Because
especially back in those days, that was like 1990 something.
Yeah.
And for especially a black young boy, being able to identify with that, because I came from a household where I couldn't even say I didn't want this for dinner.
Yeah.
Yet alone saying, Mom, I want to be a girl.
Yeah.
So to see that, and to see that that child was so stern and knew who she was at that time. And one thing that I noticed about the host, nowadays that would be considered pedophilia. Why are we talking about genitalia with a child?
With a child, yeah.
The first thing that you said is, do you want this operation? I think that when it comes to trans people, y'all need to stay out of our panties. If we do not invite you to the party, stay out of our panties. Allow us to have our experience.
Yeah.
Okay? No one woke up one day and said, I want to be trans. No one woke up one day and said, I want to be gay or I want to be a lesbian.
Yeah.
This is who we are. This is our experience. And most of us are going to do it with or without your approval.
That's good.
You know?
Yeah.
So when I saw that post, I just took so much strength from that, because especially as a child, no one understands.
Yeah.
Like, being gay may be one thing, but being lesbian may be another. But being trans at that age and not knowing nothing about it, especially in those times.
Yeah. Or even knowing how you're going to facilitate any of that.
And even as I watched that child in that video, not knowing what the future may hold, but knowing that this is who I am today.
This is who I am. Yeah.
And that was the power in that message. So to all of the youth trans out there, and to even the adults out there who are prolonging their transition because they're worried about what people may say or think, or if people may understand, sweetie, nobody has to understand you but you and God.
That's good. That's good. That's a whole word.
Yeah, no one has to understand, because even if they had the book to understand, some still wouldn't read.
That's it. That's it.
So again, stop looking for validation or confirmation from people who never will validate you.
Yeah.
People who will never affirm you. All right? And if no one told you that they love you today, baby, I love you. All right, you guys, do we have another topic out there tonight? No, that was all the topics. Well, that was good for me. But what we will do is get those phones ringing. You guys, we will be back with Call and Ask Cherry and Dr. Lakara tonight. All right?
Respect a queen when you see one.
Hello, 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 you guys. We are back. The phones are ringing. The conversation is dinging. It's your girl, Cherry the Boom, and we are here with the lovely Dr. Lakara. Are you ready for these phone calls?
I am ready. Let's get to it.
Boom, you're on the line.
Hey, Cherry.
What's going on, baby? What's your name and where are you calling from?
It's Caitlin from Wisconsin.
Hello, Caitlin. How are ya?
I'm great.
Okay.
Now, today I come to you because I really need some help with this. This has, for the last 2 days, has been eating at me, and I really need, like, some women to help me with this.
Okay, talk to us.
A couple months ago, my friends had told me if I don't leave this man alone, that we were completely done and finished, that they weren't going to deal with me no more. So, to help myself and to keep my friends in my life, I literally cut this man off. Now, a couple days ago, he texted me from a fake number saying that he was going to expose intimate videos that we made together to some people that is close to me. I'm not going to lie, I am scared because I did that off the strength of trusting him. Mm-hmm. How do I go about this?
Well, first, my love, you know that's illegal. Revenge porn is illegal. So how about you let that bitch know? I dare you. Okay? Because if you do, I will go to court and you will go to jail. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I hope you know that. So, and I actually wouldn't even give it any energy because I feel like when you fuel fire, it gets bigger. But I think he's just really trying to call your bluff. I think he's just really knowing that you're done with him. And he's doing and willing to say anything to get you back or get your attention. And I feel like you should use this moment to know that because you would even suggest that type of activity or you would even think about doing something like that to me is why I need to make sure I stay away from you.
That's good. That's the part I was
like, thank you for showing me who you truly are.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah. And use this as a learning experience. You know, I would never tell you what to or not to do with whoever your partner is, but just make sure you're doing that type of freaky behavior with someone you really trust.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, girl, don't sweat that, but don't entertain him either. But you wait till he do what he said he's going to do, and then you do what you need to do and go straight to the police and take them straight to his house.
Thank you so much, Sharon.
You're welcome, baby.
Thank you for the advice.
Absolutely. You have a great one. Okay. Oh, and speaking of weirdos and doing weird shit, you guys, I got a phone call. Let me give y'all a little update about my stalker. So y'all know this process has been going on. Boom, you're on the line.
How y'all doing tonight? My name is Clay.
Hold on, Clay. Hold on. Let me finish this. I want you to stay right there. Don't hang up. I just wanted to finish giving the update about my stalker. So I got a phone call from the courts today, and his sentencing is coming up.
Oh, wow.
March 30th. And I will be there. All right. So I want you guys to keep me in prayer because I promised myself that I was going to ride this wave all the way out. So speaking of men that do weird shit, from stalkers to men that are putting out nudes and things like that, I need all my women out there who experience this type of behavior from these men. Don't you be scared. Don't you give up, and always stand up for yourself. All right. And if it need be, take that bitch to court. All right. Hello. Hey, Brother Clay. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How y'all doing this evening?
We are well. I am here with the lovely Dr. Lakara Foster.
Hi, Clay.
Good evening, Doctor. I was wondering, the topic came up in regards to being, you're a medium.
Yes.
Okay, and just been over the past couple of months, it was like a special aunt of mine. My mom was in the military, so like anytime she had like a little assignment, I had a drill weekend, like my aunt or her sister, like, you know what I'm saying, it was like a second mom. Like I remember my first day at kindergarten, you know what I'm saying, my mom was, I forgot what mama had to do anyway. She was my first day at kindergarten ever, and she passed in 2021. 2021, and her oldest daughter, she had two daughters, and her oldest daughter. And like, you know what I'm saying, she been hitting me up for cash apps, and it's been good. And, you know what I'm saying, it ain't like a whole lot of money, but like I've been able to send her a little 25, a little 30 here, and I was just, I don't know, I just, whenever I send her something, I just like feel something like from my aunt, like I don't know, like I don't know, maybe it's not like connection, but I'm just, that's been on me every time. Like I said, trust me, she's young, so trust me, all the time she hitting up for cash app, but. You know what I'm saying? It's good when I can just go ahead and throw a little just thinking about my aunt. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, she had 2 girls and she's not here for them.
Right. And so you're saying you feel her connection?
I just feel like it's like, you know what I'm saying, every time I'm, like I said, she may as well be calling me 2-3 times a week for no. But you know what I'm saying, on the one time, like, okay, I send a little note, okay, now, but you know, and I just, like I said, whenever I do it, like I said, when I do have it to send, it just, you know, I just think, like I said, for both her daughters, like, you know what I'm saying, neither they don't have their mother or their father, so
Right.
they don't have their mother or their father, so it's just them, and it's just something always, it's a feeling whenever I am able to, you know what I'm saying, go ahead, so a little cash up.
So do you have a question for Dr. Lakara?
Yeah, just like I said, as far as being a medium and like as far as my aunt, like I said, it's something that hits me. It's like, you know, just, I don't know, just not to say like contact her, but just, I don't know, it's a feeling I get.
Yeah, that if you feel, whenever you feel her, if you feel like she's kind of leading you to make sure that you take care of her daughters and you send them the Cash App and stuff, that could absolutely be the case. You know, when we think about them, like, we'll get notions to do things. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, because like I said, it's something you don't want to think too deep into it, but like I said, it's definitely something, like I said, it's just, like I said, it's just something, just a little feeling I get, just thinking about her.
Oh, I love that for you. I love that you feel your aunt.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Well, that's it. That was just something that's been on me. Like I said, I don't really talk too much, but that's just something that's been on me. I heard your beat. I'm like,
Well, thank you for calling in. I appreciate you.
Thank y'all for listening.
All right, later. Okay, you guys. Well, you know, they told me I didn't have time to say anything. Boom, you're on the line.
Hi, Cherry. This is Man.
Hello, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. I just have one question that I've been contemplating. It's about abuse. Do you think it is possible to heal an abusive relationship? Do you think an abuser will always be an abuser, or do you think that healing is possible?
Healing is always an option. Okay? And I think that we're going to always say no to abuse. I think that you should prioritize your well-being at all times, at all costs. And I do think that people will act right for a moment, but I think that if you have given the person the okay to do certain things, it's going to always be in them because maybe they have some healing they need to do. Because I know when people ask me about relationships I've been in, about being in physical situations, and I have to be honest, I was the abuser in a lot of my relationships because I had a lot of healing to do. So my advice to you would be like, take some time for you and prioritize yourself. And you shouldn't want to be around no one who has never always respected you 100%.
That's good.
You know, it's more so about you and not them. And I'm not saying change can't happen, but I definitely think that change is something that you should see, not something you're waiting on.
That's so good. Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
It's really good.
Absolutely. Thank you for calling in, love.
Take care. Love you.
Love you too.
That was powerful.
Yeah, like you guys, we're not doing the abusive thing.
No,
and that's why I've been single for so long.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I know when I get angry, I've had to learn, like, girl, you can't be putting your hands on people.
Yeah, no.
But I think a lot of that was due to a lot of the trauma I experienced
Yeah,
growing
and you
up.
needed to heal from that. Yeah.
Boom, you're on the line.
Hello.
Hello, darling. What's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Kush, and I'm calling from Houston.
Okay, shout out to H-Town.
So I have a question for the doctor.
Yes.
So name a time when you used your gift and it scared you. And did it make you second guess on continuing to use your gift?
I can say there's never been a time that it scared me, but I'm always fascinated by what spirit will give and what people are able to confirm, right? And it's just about every day. Like, I don't take any of it for granted. So, you know, I was talking to a client the other day, and I'm asking her, like, I'm like, your mother's bringing up the butterfly. She wants to talk about the butterfly. And as I'm saying this, a butterfly flies in front of her car while she's sitting in the car. And that it still fascinates me, like all of these years later. So it's never a time that it has scared me. But again, I'm always in awe of how spirit shows up.
Well, okay, that's good. Well, okay. Well, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Has your gift ever affected you in a relationship?
Yeah. I mean, there have been times where spirit has shown me, like, what someone was doing, or they were being unfaithful. And it has always come to pass. And these, of course, these aren't things that I asked for, but you can't just say, okay, I want it in this area, not in this area. So absolutely, it has impacted me, and I don't argue with God, right? God shows me something, spirit shows me something. I take that as a sign, and, hey, this is just not meant to be.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I think that answered my question.
Thank you.
I always wonder that because it has sometimes, like, I kind of share similar gifts as you.
Yeah.
And it has scared me at first when I was a child, when I was a little girl. And it kind of sometimes does affect me in relationships because sometimes I don't understand.
Yeah.
Per se, because I'm not a person that indulges. Since it scared me, I have not indulged.
Yeah. And honestly, because just a part of my mission is to really educate us on these gifts, to really empower us and encourage us to use these gifts so that we're not afraid of them. We were made to be afraid of them, but so many of us, especially at this time that we're in, I truly believe like we're called to activate these gifts and to use them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, that helps, and I really appreciate that. And for my good sister Terry, I love you, girl.
I love you too.
Always 10 toes down, 4 flats on like a Cadillac.
Man, yeah.
And I support you, baby.
All right, baby. Make sure you save this number. Make sure you call in. We would love to keep in contact on Cherry on Top podcast.
Yes, ma'am. Love you.
Love you too, baby. Later. Wow.
That was great.
Yeah, that was. Maybe the phones are ringing. You guys, we're going to take maybe 1 or 2 more calls, all right? So you guys make sure you're in the circle and make sure you call in. Boom, you're on the line.
Hello, Cherry.
Hello, darling. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Jessica from Miami.
Okay, what's up, Jessica from the MIA?
Hi, I wanted to know, what is your biggest pet peeve in a relationship?
Oh, my biggest pet peeve in a relationship? See, girl, one thing about me, if I don't like it, I ain't dealing with it. But one thing that I'm just not dealing with in a relationship, I cannot stand someone who does not communicate well. I am just at an age where we're not doing this.
Yes.
We're going to use our words. We're going to be big boys and big girls.
Yes.
And we're going to communicate.
Yes.
I cannot stand an adult who can't communicate effectively. That is so important to me because if I can't communicate with you, I might not be able to trust you.
Now that's good now. That's really good.
Yeah. And if I don't trust you, what are we doing here?
Yeah. No, that's super good. Yeah.
Yeah. So when it comes to a pet peeve, like, and everything that follows behind, like I'm not dealing with a liar.
Yeah.
I already have trust issues.
Yeah.
And when you've been single for so long, I've been single 7+ years.
Wow.
I promised myself I will work on me and be the best version of me.
Good for you.
Yeah. And I noticed that a lot of the times when we interact with people we date, a lot of them are not where we are.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
that healing is so important.
Yeah,
that work
healing
is so important.
Yeah. And a lot of the times we're not even healing for people. We are healing for ourselves.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, a lot of people feel like relationships are about the other person. A lot of relationship is for you.
Yeah.
You are choosing to be in this relationship because it does something for you. And if it's really meant to be, you will mutually do something for each other.
Yeah, absolutely. And your purposes should be connected.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you should be aligned. You should be equally yoked.
That's good. That's the word.
Yes.
Yeah.
We ain't doing what should not be done. I just feel like life is too precious. Again, it goes back to that. I'm not wasting any of my hours, my minutes or seconds that God has blessed me with dealing with foolishness.
That's it. That's it. That's the whole word right there.
Yes. And that's all it is foolishness. If we are not on the same way, baby, it was so nice meeting you.
That's it. That's good.
Ciao. But yes, what would you say? What are your
I mean, pretty much what you said. Like I don't want to deal with anyone who lies. And like narrow-mindedness, right? Like I have to be with someone who's very open-minded. Like my partner, we can talk about anything. We can just, discuss anything. Like, of course, I'm a medium, so it's like she has to be open-minded. You know what I mean? So just people who have not been, I can't deal with that. Yeah.
Yeah. And same for me as far as being trans. Like another pet peeve, like I can't deal with someone who's not comfortable with themselves.
Yeah.
Because you can't come this far in life being comfortable with who you are and dealing with someone who is struggling, who they are.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a turn off.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be trauma.
Yeah, and you've done the work, like you've come too far. Yeah.
Yes, and I don't mind.
And I don't even know if a lot of people would even have the courage to be single for 7 years. So I applaud you with that, right? Because we really think, like, a lot of times in our society, people think like something's wrong if you're single or something's wrong with you, versus like, no, there's a lot of work that I need to do. And I'm waiting on God, and I trust God.
Absolutely. And I know that what God is preparing for me is special.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't want a microwaved husband. Baby, I want my husband to have marinated.
Hello, go like in like a pot roast in the crock pot.
Yes.
Okay.
And I want it to be real. That's why, like, you've never really seen me on social media. I'm not posting nobody. You might see a hand or an arm.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be embarrassed. And I've
now
never
that when you say what is don't embarrass me.
And I feel like when people swap relationships every other few months.
Yeah.
You're easy accessible.
That's good. That's good. That's real good. Yeah.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So, yeah. And honestly, I feel like you get more done when you have yourself.
Yeah.
Having someone who is not team you.
Yeah. No, that's good. And it's so funny, right? I was saying,
do you know what team you playing for, boo?
Listen, it's even like having my partner like here. Like I'm like, hey babe, I gotta go. It's at night. Now she's like, I'm gonna leave work early to make sure I go with you. Right. And then she's like so supportive. Like she's gonna be here. Of course she's in the green room, but she will make sure like, let me get the mirror. Let me, so you can do your lashes.
And you deserve that.
Yeah.
And when I see people in relationships and I see it's right.
Yeah.
You deserve that.
Thank you.
That's what if it's not that, I don't want it.
Yeah.
Like, and that's just, and I feel like a lot of people have this mindset that when you're single, you're lonely.
Yeah. No.
Now, don't get me wrong. I do want companionship. I do want a husband. I do want those things, but I want it a certain way.
Yeah.
And I know you can't have what you want a certain way and you accept anything.
No, that's good. And it's so funny, right? Because I'm a Virgo, so I can be like so low key. But I had an event in I think we were like in Minneapolis, and we were gonna like do the reading for the people and stuff, and we walked in, and it was just like this room. And she went and got like the head of like the convention center and was like, no, she needs 2 chairs. She needs flowers. And it looked like a stage that I would be on, you know? Cause I was like, I'm just gonna go and do the reading and just get on this plane and we're gonna leave. She's like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, that's not your brand. That's not what you're doing.
Yeah.
So having someone in my corner like that's important.
Yes. And I hope that was able to help you, love, from Miami.
Yes, it was.
All right, love, and you have a good night, all right?
Thank you. You guys do too.
All righty. You guys, we have time for one more caller. All right, and we're going to wrap this thing up. I'm so glad that you guys are calling in. You guys are being active. I hope you definitely enjoyed this podcast episode because it was good to me. All right. Boom, you're on the line.
Hey, hello.
Hello, darling. What's your name? Is it Shani?
My name is Chandra.
Hey, LaShandra, girl.
Hey, baby.
How are you?
And I am calling because I was wondering if the guests can do like readings over the phone.
Yeah, I am able to do readings over the phone.
Okay, well, when I was 16, I had a brother that passed away. And I was just wondering, like, lately I've just been struggling with some things. I was wondering if maybe it was something he might want to say or any motivation.
Now, there's 2 energies that's coming through here. Did he pass away like suddenly or unexpectedly?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Did someone take his life?
No, it was in a car wreck.
Okay. But was someone else at fault though?
Yes, kind of, yes.
Okay.
The truck in his way, yeah.
Gotcha. I don't know how this name would resonate or if it resonates, and you can let me know. But are you connected to a Michael in any way?
No.
Mike or Michael? Okay, it's okay if you're not. That could be for someone else in the room or another call. That's fine. I'm just trying to connect to this energy that passes like suddenly or unexpectedly. I hear you. And I feel like people are was someone like blaming themselves or like feeling like some type of guilt behind his passing?
Yes, I was.
Yeah, he doesn't want anyone to feel that, right? It's like, what's his name? Byron. That it's like this was all the time that he had, right? This is like I only had 16 years, right? Were you all super close?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you all close in age?
No, we have like a 7-year gap.
Okay. Is there a sibling that's close in age to either you or him though?
Yes, we have an older sister that's 1 year older than him.
Okay, gotcha. Because he's talking about the sister who's close in age, almost like they would have been kind of like how they call like Irish twins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But is there like a sibling that you're not talking to?
I'm not talking to like 2 of my siblings right now.
Yeah. He wants you all to put a close to that, like to put an end to that. Because again, like we've been talking all night about like how we don't have that kind of time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so whatever you all are not speaking about is it's not that important. Like it's not something that you all can't get past. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah. And that's the message that he has, like to kind of get the family back together again.
Okay, well, thank you.
You're so welcome, sweetheart.
I appreciate that. Love you, Cherry.
Love you too, love. Thank you for calling in, and I hope that was able to help you, because I know my sister Chandra, she just got out of the hospital.
Oh wow!
And she's been dealing with a lot. And Shani, I just want to let you know that I love you, girl. I see you. Thank you for supporting everything that I've ever done. Oh. And girl, I will always and forever be in your corner.
Oh, thank you so much. I love you guys.
Love you too, babe. Later.
All
righty, you guys. Well, I think that wrapped up Let's Ask Cherry and Dr. Lakara.
This is awesome.
You guys, before we go, I do want everyone to take their time and to click the link in my bio. But Black Butterfly Rising is available on Amazon, on all streaming platforms. You can go click on there, get your copy. You guys,
so exciting.
Oh my goodness. It was.
I'm going to buy this.
Please.
Yes.
You guys, it's finally here. Oh my goodness. I remember typing and writing and crying.
Oh, wow. This is so awesome.
Oh my goodness. So you guys make sure you get you a copy. And for those of you who pre-ordered, y'all, this is my first time writing a book. So y'all got to bear with me, because I've ordered so many copies and because I have pictures and color in my book. The printing process was a little longer, but the books, it's been like a 2-week wait. I get the books on the 29th or the 30th, and I will do my best to get them out at least by the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of April.
That's awesome.
Okay? And they will be signed and they will be kissed and loved on with a little perfume. All right, so before we go, you guys, I want to give a special shout outs to my top 3 supporters of the night. Shout outs to my girl D Holly. What's up, Miss Lady, to you and our Money Vixen. You guys, I'm gonna tell you something. D Holly, Lady to you, and Vixen, if you guys have not got your copy of Black Butterfly Rising, please reach out to me on IG. Okay, let me know exactly who you are, because it's so hard to get in contact with you guys from YouTube. So please inbox me. I would love to send you a copy of the book, just to show my appreciation for all the love that you guys pour into me every week since the podcast has been going. I appreciate you and I love you, okay? Would you like to tell the people where they can find you and what you have going on? Because she has a podcast as well.
I do. And first of all, thank you for having me. Absolutely. This has been an incredible experience. Like I love doing podcasts, and I love when people are professional, and I love when everything looks pretty and everything looks so pretty, right?
Thank you.
And so people can find me. My podcast is the Medium Roast Podcast. So if you all want to check it out, we talk about faith, and we talk about bridging the gap between faith and mysticism. And that is on YouTube and on IG, Medium Roast Podcast, Lakara with the Gift. all of those things. So it's either Lakara with the gift. And if anybody's interested in booking a reading, go to my website at www.lakara, Lakara, withthegift.com. Yes. And so, yeah, I got that coming up, and I'm going to be planning a summer tour. So we're going to do about 5 or 6 cities where I go and get to do live readings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. A lot of people were asking me, like, Cherry, are you going to get a reading? I'm like, I don't think I need a reading. But I think what we do have in common is that we love the Lord.
Oh, we love the Lord.
And I never really thought about, like, the things that people may have said or thought about you as far as you being a minister and a medium.
Yeah.
And I never thought that far, but I'm just like, you're God's people.
Yeah.
And however he uses you, continue to allow him.
Yes, I love it so much.
And I love they still call it. Just for the line. Boom, you are on the line.
Good evening. This is D-Lips from Milwaukee. How are you, Cherry?
We are blessed, D-Lips. How are you, my love? You're going to close us out tonight.
I'm well. So I guess I wanted to ask to your guest, I always wanted to know, like, about the loved ones in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Is she able to read the energy with that?
Like specific loved ones in heaven or just in general?
Well, I have a twin brother that I lost when I was 21 years old, and I always wondered if he was with me.
One is that they're always with us, right? Even if I don't get too specific in this reading with you, like know that they are always with us. And when we don't feel them with us, it's because we're not tapped in, okay? And so they want us to what's his name? Derek, okay. And again, I'm feeling this energy of did he pass suddenly or unexpectedly?
Not unexpectedly, no.
Okay, so that could be a different energy. And I'm not picking up too much on the energy then, because whoever this is for, and again, we got some other people in here. I'll find out who it connects to, but someone else passes suddenly or unexpectedly, but it makes me feel like they were murdered. So, and if that's not your brother, that's fine. I'll find out who it is. But again, like he was murdered.
Yes.
Jesus, I just got chills all over me. Wow. Yeah, I hear you. I am hearing, and you can help me make sense of this, right? I just heard like wrong place, wrong time. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And he is apologizing. This is interesting, right? Because he's apologizing because he says, I caused my family so much grief. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And like he wants you all to know that his soul is fine, right? Is there a younger brother as well?
That's not deceased.
No, not deceased. He's alive.
Yes.
Okay, because he's talking about the younger brother or bringing up the younger brother. He doesn't want like, is the younger brother kind of going down the same road?
Kind of.
He doesn't want him to, right? So whatever you all can do to encourage him to like stay on the straight and narrow, right? Like do that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
He loves you all so much, and your mom is still alive, right?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know how you can communicate this to her, but he wants her to know like his soul is fine, okay? But he makes me feel like the person, like did he know who did this to him?
We found out who did it to him. The person that did it to him was held accountable for it.
Yes. Yeah. Was it someone that he knew though?
It was someone that he knew of.
Yeah, okay, because he makes me feel like I'm familiar with this person. I know their face, I'm familiar. But also like what spirit makes me feel is like 21 years was all like that's all he came to do, right? And I know that may sound harsh or crazy, but like all of us have a certain amount of time. We just don't know how much time we have.
That is true.
Yeah. So he doesn't want you all to feel like, oh, if he had not done this night, he would still be with us. Or if he had not hooked up with these people, he would still, because he's saying like, no, at 21, this was all the time I have. But sometimes how we leave the physical earth, it devastates our family. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But he doesn't want you all to carry that devastation. And if you could pass that along to your mom. Now, what is the connection with the bird with you all?
What is the connection with who?
Like, it's like he's showing me a bird.
The bird is what they used to call me bird.
I was going to ask you if that was a name. That is so bad. I was going to ask you if that was a name because it didn't feel like the actual, wow.
Yeah, that was a nickname for me.
Yeah.
My childhood nickname.
Wow. And I was going to ask you because it didn't feel like an actual flying animal, but it did feel like a name. And this should let you know, like, even though he's not here in the physical, like he doesn't have a physical body, he's here. Does that make sense for you?
Yes.
Yeah. And he could never leave your side.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that.
You're so welcome, sweetheart.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you for calling.
Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you. Wow, y'all, it's getting a little steamy in here, but you guys, this is the end of Cherry on Top podcast. And before we go again, I have to say I am so humbled and grateful.
Thank you.
For
same
even
here.
knowing you.
Oh, same here.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I am. And just keep showing up like to church because I'm telling you, I look for you every Sunday.
And you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This is our 32nd episode, and I happen to share it with the lovely, the amazing, the talented, the gifted, the doctor herself, Lakara Foster. And you guys, make sure you follow me on all platforms. And if no one told you that they love you today, baby, I love you. Ciao.
I've told y'all several times before. It ain't a lot of girls that can stand next to her. When she walks in the room, say honey. When she's right in front of you, say honey. Won't you bow to the queen? Say honey. When she walks up to the scene, say honey. Oh yeah. Go off, mother. Say honey. Oh yeah, yeah. Say honey. Oh yeah. Yes, honey. Say honey. Yeah, 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 yeah. Say honey. Respect a queen when you see one.